280. 47. Check, check. 40. Good job right there. Good job right there. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
First carry for Derrick Henry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a good shot.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mike's 47. All day, dog.
From the 30 on second down. Wilson, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Check back 21. Watch the slant. 40.
A first down carry for Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check back 21. 12.
From the 44, Wilson, he'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll run on first down. Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second and 6, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. From the 22, here's second and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. $51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Check my 21. Me and you all day. All day.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson flushed out right. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Green 80. 49 the money. Oh, you got deep?
From the shotgun, Wilson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
I got you, boy.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Here's Hines, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Lions have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Hines. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Easy.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
On 1st down, it's Bowman. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
I'm coming.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
54 Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
46 to Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
What? 280. Check Mike 46. Pick me up. Here we go. What?
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
What? It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
46 to Mike. Come on. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. A beautiful fake. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ready? Look, 80. Mike 54. I'm coming. 8. I'm coming. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen.
On first and 10, Newton. Complete. It's Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's get it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Watch the screen. Pass.
A quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Newton. He gets this one to Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Newton now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's first and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Newton throwing again. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got to work.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
46 for Mike. 46, boy, 46.
To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check. Four down. It's just me.
Now Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Myers' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you have green on that play.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
To throw is Newton. With a catch made by Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On second down, it's Taylor. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and 2, Newton. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Jacobs now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready? Ready? Check, check. 8. 8. In the face. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the 27, Newton. Johnson's got it complete. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
It's coming again.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
All day. 20.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Look at ready? 54. Hey. Here I come.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down. And now look at this. Big gain by fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
I'm coming after you.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Let's go.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now Newton on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Good track. Check 50. 8. Show it up. Check 52. Gun.
Now Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Newton. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
20. Gun.
from just shy of midfield. Newton is going to float this one. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now in Miami. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Right here, right here.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And pressure gets to him again. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. But just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Check me out, check me out. Check 3, check 3, check 3. I get it.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Tally.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses. But you get this sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
Throwing at the 2nd and 14. Newton, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Newton now A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Newton steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Throwing is Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Greg.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check three.
Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Newton on 1st down. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. On 1st down, Newton completing it to the right side. Johnson. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Jacobs, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's Hines. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson forced out to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Hey, 0.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wilson, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches